Holy moly, do I have a review for you. Hey Fragrance family, I'm Dave and I'm a Fragrance Bro. Of course, your best source for everything fragrance related. Today I have a video that is going to be a review on this beautiful fragrance. And it is number 77 by designer Shaik. I think I'm saying it the right way. I'm not sure if it's Shaik or Shaik. So if I'm saying it the wrong way either time, forgive me. And before we get started, I just want to mention that I got this for review by a company called Scent City out of London. They are a fragrance retailer out of London since 2012, and they sent this to me for review. They were very gracious to send this to me, and I just wanted to thank them for that. And I'll be talking more about them later in the video, so stay tuned. All right, let's get straight to it. Date introduced is 2007. It's classified as an Oriental. Longevity and projection on me were excellent. Very, very good. It's not a huge scent cloud, but I think it's just in the right amount. And for this type of scent, I think that's very good. About the 10-hour range, maybe a little bit less, maybe 8 to 10, something like that, but it was really good. And this is a fresher type of scent, so I think that's excellent. Season, I think this is great for spring, especially spring, and better for daytime, I think. And occasion, I think this could be used in casual situations if you wanted it to, but I think this is better for maybe formal situations. Because of how rich and opulent it smells, I think it's definitely better for just those showstopper occasions. All right, so let's get to my thoughts on this fragrance. Now, this fragrance brand is completely new to me. This is a fragrance brand that's actually out of the country of Bahrain, and I didn't know that much about Bahrain. It turns out it's a small country in the Persian Gulf, and it's the third smallest country in the world. And they make this line of fragrances, and I mean, just look at these bottles. This is just a work of art. Goodness, I absolutely love this. And of course, it has that Arabic style influence there. And sometimes Arabic style influences in bottles and even architecture and fragrances can sometimes be a real miss for me. So I was really kind of reluctant to see how this line was going to be. But man, I'm telling you, I'm really, really impressed by this line a lot. Of course, I really like the bottle, and the bottle was the first thing that I noticed right away. And when I smelled it though, I smelled something that was really rich and complex, but yet also really wearable. And I think that is a really good hallmark for a really good fragrance. Now, I've gone over this in a previous video, but man, look at this box. It's got a really cool box, and then even a case for the fragrance as well. I think that's really cool. I guess it's a travel case or something, not really sure. These bottles themselves are actually refillable, so you can actually refill these later on whenever you run out. I personally don't know many people who have tried this fragrance, or I've never heard anything about it in the fragrance community. Maybe there are some people out there who have talked about it and tried it, but this is definitely one that is a complete sleeper to me anyway, an unknown, under the radar type of brand. And maybe it's just because it's from a small country. Maybe it's a little harder to get, not really sure, but it's fantastic. The scent itself is a wonderful kind of floral, musky type of scent, but in a masculine way. So immediately what I get whenever I smell this is something similar to maybe Versace Pour Homme, and it has that kind of floral, almost aquatic and salty type of thing going on. I don't think there's any ambergris or anything in there. There's no kind of C notes in there, but it has that type of slightly salty type of thing. Very musky, which I love. Of course, you know I love my musky fragrances. And you get this kind of beautiful, kind of sheer lavender, geranium type of scent that to me reminds me a lot of jasmine. I get a lot of jasmine in this, even though it's not listed in the notes, especially in the middle phase of this fragrance. And let me just talk about the phases real quick, because this has a really wonderful transition from top to bottom, and it kind of takes you on a journey from start to finish. And it starts off in kind of that citrusy, almost aquatic realm, and then transitions into that sheer floral type of heart. And as it dries, it goes down into that kind of musky, vanilla, and woody thing that is beautiful. Everything about this is blended really well. And even though it kind of reminds me of maybe a designer scent, it doesn't smell cheap. It smells really expensive, and that's another thing that I really like about this. Sometimes whenever you get expensive fragrances, they don't necessarily smell like they're worth the cost. last, but this one absolutely does. Another thing I really love about this is it really brings that kind of emotional, visceral feeling of springtime and that kind of optimistic, sunny, bright quality that you get that you're really looking forward to after winter is done. That just sunny, warm days with the breeze and the flowers and the green. You're looking for that. And this really brings that to mind. And I know maybe it's a little bit too much to how I'm describing this, but I really do feel this way. It's just a wonderful fragrance. I absolutely love it. I think it's amazing. And it has just a really wonderful springtime type of smell. And on top of that, the bottle looks incredible. Now the price on this is $275 for 100 ml. And while that is pricey and expensive, I will say I thought it was gonna be a lot more, honestly. I thought it was gonna be upwards of maybe $500. And even at that price, I might even think that it'd be worth it there too. But for $275, it might be something you want to splurge on just to have the smell and just to have the bottle, something like that for hardcore collectors. And like I mentioned before, I got this from Scent City, and I would recommend that if you're looking for this type of fragrance, definitely go to Scent City. They ship to America for a pretty reasonable price. They're an authorized dealer of designer Shaik or Shaik, and apparently this brand is often faked. So you want to go to an authorized retailer. So if you're looking for them, definitely go there. They sell samples of this as well. They're very generous with their samples. Definitely go and check them out. Having corresponded with them often recently, I can definitely tell you their customer service is fantastic. So check them out for sure. Scent City and Designer Shaik. So that is all I have for this review. What do you think of number 77? Have you tried it? Let me know. Have you tried any others from this brand? I'd love to hear your thoughts. What do you think? Of course, as always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe on the way out. I love you for it. And click that little bell so you get a notification every time I make an upload. I'll see you next time. I'm Dave with the Fragrance Bros. Bye.